Hello, fabulous friends, fans, and superstars. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah, and this is your horoscope for the week of February 5th, 2017. Thank you for being here. It is really all about the eclipse. As we move towards the later part of the week, there will be an eclipse taking place. Now, before I want to talk about this eclipse, I'm actually going to take you a little bit back, take you 2 weeks back when we had a new moon. Now, this new moon, if you remember, if not, maybe have a look again, but this new moon is what astrologers call unaspected. So essentially, it was kind of hanging out on its own in the sky, and it was going to eventually go on to make some very lucky, very fortunate connections. Well, what we have happening now is a lunar eclipse that is reaching out to the same power players, suggesting luck and opportunity and progress that lasts. But it's not hanging out on its own. It's not delayed. It's happening right now, and it reveals itself seemingly out of nowhere. And a lot of our greatest opportunities are going to come based on what was right there in front of us the whole time, but we hadn't really seen. At the same time, as we get to the late part of this week and into early next week, Mercury will move over the same space that new moon took place 2 weeks ago. Well, you put that together, and it does suggest that this is one of those trigger moments. This is one of those times where that new moon and the promises of the beginning then are being activated now to be fulfilled in powerful ways. Again, 2 weeks ago, I said with that new moon, there would be an activation 2 to 3 weeks later. Some people would get the benefit 2 to 3 weeks later. Others may have to wait as long as 6 months. So here we are at the 2 to 3 week mark, and this is the great opportunity. So this lunar eclipse is happening in the sign of Leo. And this is a part of the sky that has to do with confidence. It has to do with heart, and it has to do with boldly going where it is that your heart desires to go. And we will, as a collective, and certainly in our own individual journeys, will be asked to go a certain way, take a certain route that our heart truly is calling us to go that route, to trust it, and to be brave in that regard, to go in that direction knowing that we are worthy of shining and that we are worthy of realizing what it is that we truly desire. We are worthy of having a sense of self-actualization, a sense of self-realization, of being well used for the things we like about ourselves. We are worthy to be creatively fulfilled and to use our creativity to our advantage and for having a positive impact in the world. Well, this energy will manifest uniquely in different areas of life, depending on your sign, depending on your unique birth chart. But this is going to be the call in at least one area of life, wherever it is that we need to, or you need to trust your heart more. This is where that calling will be undeniable. And this is also where the payback, or actually the payoff, can be really, really outstanding. This particular lunar eclipse is speaking in harmony with Saturn and Uranus, supreme harmony at that, with these two power players in the sky, essentially setting up what is called a grand trine. So this is super harmonious. This is super lucky as well. So wherever this lunar eclipse takes place in your sky is going to be an area of life where you do experience some lucky break. The Sun and Jupiter are also going to be having a supremely harmonious conversation. Now, this type of conversations happens about twice a year, and it is one of those lucky times. It's one of those times where we have a whole lot of hope, where we believe that a whole lot of things are possible for us, and they certainly are. With a little bit of faith, actually, there's faith to go around, and a little bit of confidence, and there's a whole lot of confidence with this sky. Really, just about anything is possible, and especially if it's heart-centered. I can't emphasize that enough. If it truly has to do with an authentic expression within you, it is that much more blessed. So this really is the big feature this week. If you've been waiting for the new beginnings promised with that new moon 2 weeks ago, then this is where you're going to have one of the best windows and the best opportunities to start to fully tap into the new beginnings promised. This is where conversations, communications, connections, emails, messages, this is where they come through in the area of life activated 2 weeks ago, bringing you opportunity. But this is also where we get to have some very healthy closures. Now, this is also going to begin a period, a 2-week period where we are between eclipses. Of course, I'll be here to talk about the next eclipse when we get there. But as we are between eclipses, the ancients used to say that this is where the veils between the worlds were especially thin, where access to the wisdom of our ancestors and access to the wisdom of our own higher self, our own mystical understanding of life, of the world, of our place in the world, becomes that much easier to reach. And this is also a time frame when we can really connect to that energy of love and wisdom that knows that we are where we need to be, that knows that we know what we need to know, and is open to the possibilities of the next and the new. So this is playing out right now as we have the eclipse, as we get to the end of the week. That will kick off this period of time, this 2-week period of time. Excellent time to be open to any kind of meditation or any kind of active connecting that you like to do, again, to your own higher wisdom, or if you like to think of it as the wisdom of your ancestors or a more mystical wisdom at that. This particular eclipse, now if you think about what happens with an eclipse, what it is that the light of the moon is obscured, okay, is blocked, and then it is revealed again. So it really is as if, and with a full moon, an ordinary full moon, it's like what you feel and what you've already known, it has a way of coming to the surface where you sort of are able to admit what is and admit what it is now that you're ready to allow to come full circle. You're ready to bring to a close. It's like the clear light of the full moon. When it is an eclipse, it's like a jacked up full moon. So it's like 20 times more powerful than your ordinary full moon. And this is really where that thing that you've always known that's been right in front of your face, but you really did not see it, didn't want to see it, didn't want to admit it. This is where it really becomes very obvious. Now, for those of you who strive to live in sort of a conscious understanding, a conscious awareness of your life, this is where you will find yourself just having a deeper appreciation. It just becomes that much more obvious what it is that you are meant to do and where it is that the universe is asking you to go. Eclipses have a very powerful way of bringing us back into alignment with a higher vision for our life. And the more conscious you are, the more it is that you strive to live in alignment with that vision, the more we can kind of flow with where it is the universe is taking us and showing us where it is. And especially with this, where some of our greater blessings and happiness is going to be. But where it is that, and it happens to all of us, right? There are times when we are telling the universe what we want. We are very insistent. And especially if it's very like ego driven at that, then maybe we're not necessarily listening so much. Maybe we're a lot more about telling. Then this is where that move back to that higher vision for our life can be rather dramatic, can be rather sudden as well. Now, the great thing is there's a lot of luck with this energy. As I said, we've got Uranus, we've got Jupiter, we've got Saturn. This is luck that can come out of nowhere, but is super positive and brings blessings that last. However, for a small percentage out there, the change itself may feel like it's not completely worth it. Like, what's going on here? This is not so great. That moment will quickly give way to understanding the opportunity. So don't worry if you're one of the small percentage out there that feels like events are transpiring that are less than desirable. You will quickly find your empowerment and you'll quickly find your opportunity in that as well. As I look at this, I feel like there is a strong calling. All of us really have a calling, and it's not always what you think it is, right? It's not always about just because you've been called to greatness. Greatness doesn't mean necessarily, this is a big lesson for me, not being Madonna. Madonna, she's great. She's great in her space and in her place. But greatness is not necessarily being Madonna for everyone. That actually may be very small if the universe and if your higher self actually has a different plan for your life. Then trying to be something else is actually, as big as you may think it is actually not big at all. It's actually quite small for what it is that the universe has planned for you. So this is a chance to get a very clear message what the universe could have planned for you and how it could fit in to a much more loving vision for your life. So trust the path that you are on. And trust, especially if you find yourself coming up with certain opportunities, even if it's not in the exact area that you think that you want to go or thought that you wanted to go in, Trust the opportunities that are showing up right now, because they are going to be pointing the way to a much more fulfilling path, a path where some of the blessings can come up with that much more ease and lightness, and also a greater sense of fulfillment as well. Now, elsewhere in the sky, Mercury will change signs, move into the sign of Aquarius. Now, Mercury is the media. It's what we're talking about. It's what we're thinking about. Moving into the sign of Aquarius is really good for things like humanitarian issues being more of a focus. It's really good for independent media in general, but also independent media as well. So we should notice our attention, our focus, our thoughts going in these directions. More people having more to say, wanting to find an audience that will be receptive to what it is that they have to say. And in general, a greater conversation around with the sign of Aquarius having to do with equality. We will be having larger scale discussions around these very topics. Now, what's really great is that we are going to have Mercury speaking in harmony with Venus now. And this particular conversation speaks to hearing the right words at the right time that reach right into our hearts. It's also having to do with love, of course, Venus, goddess of love. So any kind of love sentiments now are going to be expressed in particular through words, through mind, through communication. And that's really where some of our greatest opportunities are going to come to actually move our life and our love in particular in a positive direction. Now, of course, Venus is in shadow. We are now in Venus retro season, newly in Venus retro season. And so Venus is in shadow. Whatever starts to transpire now will probably return to, you will probably return to. However, having said that, this energy in and of itself can be really good for connecting with people online. It can be really good for initiating conversations, or at least having conversations from the heart. And especially if those conversations are centered around what future you envision for yourself, or for you and your partner, if you're in an established bond, what future it is that you envision for the two of you together. This is the kind of energy that you absolutely can tap into to bring about a sense of greater understanding, yes, but that heart-mind connection. There are times when you feel what you feel, and that's more than enough, but there are other times where understanding magnifies the love that you feel. And this is just the kind of sky where we can have that sense of deeper understanding, a deeper articulation, that sense of truly being understood by someone who could be a companion to us. And there's something about companionship, and there's something about love that allows us to feel less alone in the world. Now, we're not truly alone, of course, and the sign of Aquarius is a sign of, like I said, humanity. It's a sign of friendship as well. For a lot of us out there, it may just be the appreciation that right about now, our soulmate is our friends. I actually just the other day, flipping through channels, saw an old episode of a show that I used to watch back in the day called Sex and the City. And the episode was centered around this whole idea, like instead of looking for your soulmate, how about you just appreciate the soulmates that are around you right now in terms of your friends, and then just be open and see who it is that shows up for you. That is going to be part of the invitation now. And there's something amazing that happens when we are open, when we are receptive. The amazing things that start to transpire have to do with a resonance that takes place, has to do with understanding how abundant our lives is, and has to do with understanding the options that are available to us. We've got lots of options now thanks to this lunar eclipse, and wherever it is that you need to recognize the love that is available to you in the many different forms, this sky supports just that endeavor. Now, what I love about this week, of course, is that eclipse. It's all about the eclipse. Get ready to see from the heart, and get ready to bring about an energy of boldness and an energy of braveness in a way that's going to allow you to feel really good about yourself. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, thumbs up. It means so much. If you would like to see the extended horoscope for your sign, for looking at the week ahead horoscope for your sign, check out astrofabulous.com, log on to nadiyashah.com and become part of the superstar community there, the Astrofabulous Superstar community. Thank you so much to everybody out there who's been joining. I'm so grateful for it. We've been building this incredible community. There's new forums as well where people can actually go on and exchange ideas and talk to each other. And it's been really nice being part of this and watching people interact and creating this safe community of superstars together. It does mean so much to me. I feel the love, of course, but I also feel the sense of responsibility that I have to you guys to bring a loving and wise interpretation of the sky. Well, the fact that that is receptive, the fact that people can explore that and look at that in their own lives and know that they have a safe space to do that, well, that really just means so much to me. It's the intention behind what I do. It is the ultimate affirmation to know that there are people there who are able to express that part of themselves fearlessly at that. But of course, everything I do, everything I put into the world, including this video right now, is about affirming that the universe is wise and loving. That is my mission in life. That is my mission in the world, is to affirm that. And I'm constantly looking for new ways to do that, new expressions to do that. And I've really been learning to trust myself as part of moving in that direction of a stronger and stronger affirmation. So I hope that you will join me in this community if you like to be part of a group of people magnifying that in a very focused way. But of course, you being here is everything. My hope is that this video right now serves as an omen to you. It serves as an omen, as a reminder, as an inspiration, as hope, to remember that wherever it is you are in your life right now, there is a choice that you can make. There's a choice in every moment, the smallest moment sometimes, that you're either going to move your life consciously towards a greater appreciation of love and wisdom or not. And this is the opportunity right now to take whatever it is that's happening and find a way to grow in love through it. Find a way to grow in wisdom through it. My hope is that everything I put out there, including this video right now, affirms this sacred truth for you. And you being here allows me to live that mission. And that really is everything to me. Thank you. I also want to share about Synchronicity University. Synchronicity University, we're coming up to the big equinox event. Now, this is super exciting. It's going to be 6 classes over 3 days, taking place the weekend just before the equinox of March 21st. And then at the equinox, a very special surprise event. If you register before March 1st, you get to be part of creating the curriculum. So right now, there's a super early bird special. You get 2 classes free, and you get to be part of actually creating what this class is going to be about and telling me what you want to learn. And I will incorporate it either in direct lessons or as part of other lessons that I put together. That curriculum should be released March 1st. And after that time, of course, you can register as well. You can choose to register for 1 or 2 classes there or the whole thing. I hope that you will join me online. The last few series, the August series and the October series in 2016, were hugely successful. It meant so much to me to have so many of you reach out. People are still purchasing those downloads, full video downloads available of every class that I teach. And people are still reaching out, still purchasing them and giving tremendously positive feedback. And I thank you so much for that. See, that's one way also. People were asking me to teach lessons, and that is another way that I'm able to affirm love and wisdom in the world. So I hope that you will join me online. Check out synchronicityuniversity.com and of course, nadiyashah.com as well. Finally, I do want to share my friend, Catherine Weber, is offering her success pack for 2017. Now, actually, February 4th is called the Feng Shui New Year. So happy Feng Shui New Year to everybody out there. We're starting this week in a brand new Feng Shui New Year, and it really is about bringing your home into alignment with the sky for your greater happiness, health, wealth, and success. So I hope that you will check that out. Check out the description where you can get that link. This is a limited time success pack that she offers. I know now that the Feng Shui New Year has happened, it's not going to be up for too much longer. So I hope that you will have a look at that. I have found it tremendously helpful. I have my success pack and I've been incorporating it and having a lot of fun with it as well. So I am in Vancouver right now and there's a blizzard. There's a whole lot going on. I didn't think I would see snow like this ever again in my life. I remember when I left for Mexico like 4 years ago, it was actually like February 13, it would be 4 years. But I remember when I left Mexico, or left for Mexico from Toronto, I swore to myself that I would never see the kind of winter that I saw while I lived in Toronto, born and raised in Toronto. And now it's like that weather has visited here. They're having a very rare winter right now, exceptionally cold in a way that this area is just not used to. And so I get to look out and I see the mountains and I see the snow, and it's just, I'm going to find the love and wisdom in it. I am finding the love and wisdom in it. I'm doing the work because I thought I'd never see this again. But still, it's worth it. It's worth it to be back in Canada. Now, I am going to be in Baltimore. I want to be sure to tell you guys I am going to be in Baltimore. A lot of people have been reaching out as part of wanting to connect in Baltimore and telling me that they're going to be there. I will have a small number of books available. I'll be speaking as part of the NCGR conference. And with this particular conference, my talk will take place in the afternoon of the 17th of February 17th. So I hope that you will join me specifically for that talk. I will have a very small number of books with me that I'll be coming into Baltimore with. So I hope that you will check that out and have a look. If you'd like to purchase a book, again, there'll be a very small number available. And right now I have a plan for a special gift for anybody who shows up. So I'm looking forward to that as well. My talk will be called Astrology Realized, and it is about understanding what makes a reading good, what makes an astrologer good, what are we doing as astrologers. That is what we are going to explore over the course of my talk. So I hope that you will join me. Again, check out the links below. Check out the events links in the YouTube post here in the YouTube description for more information on that. And I will see you guys in Baltimore. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. Thank you. Thank you so much for seeing me as some small part of your sacred journey. I'm so grateful for it. Again, if you'd like expanded horoscopes, if you want that, please do join me at astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. Become one of my very first superstars and be part of growing this incredible community of superstars together. That you being here right now, it means so much to me. Thank you. And my hope is, as we start this week, that we remember together that every moment, and right now, this moment, is wise and is loving as well. Thank you again. It'll be a great week. Enjoy.